Right then, good evening folks, welcome back to another episode. Today I've come down to the Long Beach in Eastbourne, just by the harbour rock arm, and I'm going to fish it and have a good go at it. I'm going to set up 2 rods, and first of all we're just going to scratch around. The sea's flat calm, so we're going to get some rolling leads on with some worm baits and have a scratch around, and then a bit later on we'll change to the big baits and see if anything else wants to come out and play. It's an absolutely glorious evening. There's people spinning for mackerel down on the thing. I think it's a bit too early at the minute, but there have been signs of shoals starting to show. I know a lot of people like mackerel fishing, so you know, in the next couple of weeks hopefully we should start seeing some mackerel on the beaches. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this one. I'm going to get set up now and then we'll get cast out and see what happens. Right, so for baits wise tonight we've got some of these South Devon squid and sand eel wraps that were given to me by my mate Andy, who come down, you saw in the last video, caught all those bass with us. So yeah, cheers Andy for those. Got some other bluey and lug sausages, whatever's in there, razorfish. Got a plentiful supply of razorfish thanks to all the razorfish that washed up this year. Nice big mackerel there, just one. Some sticky black lug there, and some oiled and salted lug there. I don't have any crabs still, which is an absolute given, seeing as the hounds are getting caught. I need to get my butt out and try and get some crabs. Rigs wise, what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to put some lug on to start with. I've got some small pop-ups on a 2-hook flapper with a rolling lead there, and then on the second rod I'm just going to alternate. I'm just going to keep it the same on the second rod, to be fair. Pyramid lead with some slightly bigger pop-ups and some small hooks there, scratch around for the first part of the session. Right, so for baiting up I'm just going to use this awful stinky sticky black lug. I'm still in the process of emptying my bait freezer. I've accumulated so much bait, it's unreal. So I need to empty the bait freezer, get rid of all this stuff. I don't want to waste it. And then once it's gone, I can sort out getting some nice fresh bait. But until then, we're on a sticky black lug. Is it hampering my catches this year? I'm not too sure, to be fair. Obviously if I have fresh bait it would dramatically increase my catches. But we're going to try it nonetheless. What do you guys think? Fresh is always best. Right, let's get some nice bits of lug on there. So that's the first rig already cast out, so there's 2 bits of lug on there. I'm just going to do exactly the same on the other rig with the slightly bigger pop-ups. The reason we're using pop-ups is obviously there's spider crabs about now, and they're a right pain in the backside with cutting off your snoods and bits and pieces like that. It doesn't prevent them cutting off your snoods, but it just puts the bait a little bit higher in the water, and hopefully will stop them cutting off the snoods. And the last hook is here. Just going to feed that. Now I don't know if this is a worm or what this is. It's absolute rubbish. But we'll give it a go. You can tell these worms are long gone, man. These are absolutely awful. But I've caught fish on the worst worms possible that you can ever imagine before. Look at my hands. There we go. Right, let's cast these out and then we'll start arranging some bigger baits and see what happens. Right, so rod's all set up, ready to go. My plan tonight is I'm going to fish 1 rod over this side over here. Obviously wait until the boat gets out of the way before you cast, don't want to hit them. And then I'm going to fish 1 over this side here, both on rolling leads, and we'll just see what happens. Right, better get some bait in the water, and I'm not going to catch any fish without the bait in the water, am I? Right, so we've got both rods out fishing. Like I said, it's an absolutely glorious evening. I'm all on my own on the beach, so there's no one over there, and there's no one to be seen down here whatsoever. Sun's just about to go down over there by the tower. It looks absolutely awesome. So while we're waiting for a bite, I think we should get some bigger baits ready. Right, so like I said, while I'm waiting for a bite, I'm gonna grab one of these squid and bluey wraps and I'll whack it on my rig and get prepared. So I'm going to go into the squid side, pop that through there. I mean, you guys have seen me bait up so many times now on the channel. There's even videos in the playlist showing baiting up. So if you're new to fishing and you want to see some videos of baiting up, head over there into the playlist section and you'll see all the videos on baiting up. I say I'm no expert, but I'd give it a good shot. Right, so on my second larger bait rig, I'm going to go for a squid and sand eel wrap. I mean, these look absolutely fantastic. South Devon squid and sand eel wraps. I think they've changed now to Brixham baits. But yeah, look at that. The way that's done is absolutely awesome, man. Heads on. Just going to grab the hook. Again, I'm going to go into the squid side, which is there. And I'm just going to wrap that up again. So there you go, once all the way up to the top, as far as I can go. I think these wraps are going to be killer tonight, hopefully, if the fish are about, once it gets dark. And then around that point of the hook there, just to hold that in place. Yeah, do a couple of spins around, and then just pull that nice and tight. There. And that is our squid and sand eel bait. Awesome. Right folks, so that is all I can do. I've put the rods out, I've baited up, I've made some spare baits as well to change over, so we can fish one big bait and one small bait. Now we're just waiting for a bite. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I say last session, last week, completely may-rotted out, and I managed to scratch out one dogfish at the end of the night, which, to be honest with you, I was pretty disappointed with, because I thought it was going to be an absolute cracker of a session. I was really gunned up for it. So it'll be interesting to see how tonight plays out, and if we can catch a fish, or catch a few fish, would be great. Right, and I'll keep you posted. Just a quick one, if you are fishing down the beach, please take your rubbish home with you. Just found this, don't know what rod this is from. It's like maybe a, I don't know. It's got Fuji eyes, man. It's got Fuji eyes. Someone's just dumped the top section of a rod. Obviously the bit's missing from there, and they've dinged the top of it there. But man, crazy. Please don't leave your litter on the beach. It just makes other anglers look bad. Take it home with you. Dispose of it. So yeah, I'll take it home for you. So yeah, nice one. Might even be able to get those eyes off and use it on a kid's rod. There we go. Find of the day. The tip section. Let's hope I'm as good as finding the fish. Ooh, a little bite on the right hand side, I think then. Don't want to jinx it. I think I've said it now, so. Was that a bite, or was that just me hoping for a bite? Come on. Give us a fish to start the session, man. One little fishy will do. Drives you bonkers, this fishing game. Absolutely bonkers. Right then folks, so we're entering into the darkness. Nothing much is happening at the minute. Rods remain pretty still. Bait's come back untouched. Nothing happening as of yet. Right, so just reeled in my big bait rig after it being out there for quite some time, and the buggers have bitten it off. The old spider crabs cut me clean off. Absolute beep. So we better get a new hook tied on here and get another bait out. Right, so in my tackle box here, I always carry a box of extra bits and pieces, just in case things happen. I carry some braid with me, so we're going to use that as a hook snood, obviously because of the spider crabs. And then we've got a load more hooks there, so we'll whack one of them on as well. But yeah, it's always good to have little bits and pieces in case things happen and you need to make up another rig on the beach. So I'm going to make up the snood using the braid. Right, so here it is. Here's my braided hook clamp, and my hook is attached to the end there. Let's get another bait on and we'll give it a go. Right guys, so there we go. First bites of the evening coming on the left hand side rod. which is on the straight lugworm on the rolling lead. So it'd be nice to see some fish tonight. The last couple of sessions have been pretty sketchy, so bring on the fish, I say. I'm not going to leave it, I'm going to attend to it now, and hopefully we'll be able to land the first fish of the evening. Well guys, I can safely say that it's not a blank, and we are being rewarded, I don't know whether it's the word to use, with a dogfish. Yeah, not the biggest dogfish in the world, but hey, we've caught a fish on the lugworm. Let's get this fella unhooked, get him back on his way, and hopefully he'll be the first of many more to come this evening. I'm positive about tonight. I want to catch some fish. Right, let's get this little fella back in. The sea's nice and calm, so hopefully we'll be able to get a nice swim off of this little guy. Hopefully I don't get too wet. I'll wait for the waves. There we go, he's ready to go already. There we go. See him go? And he's off already. Right folks, so we caught another fish. This time it is a nice sized flounder, which is it. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely great. So yeah, we're already 2 fish in, 1 dogfish and a flounder. I'm pretty happy actually now. We've caught a couple of fish, hopefully more fish will be coming our way. But yeah, let's get this fella back in. Yes. Right, I'm just going to get this flounder back in. There we go, turns around, kicks, and off he goes. Awesome. Right, I'm just going to measure this dogfish out. It's quite a big one, this one, nice one. It's coming in at 63 centimetres on the dogfish. That's a nice dogfish, that is. Very nice dogfish. Right guys, just turn around for 2 seconds to bait my rig up, and I've reeled into this dogfish. It actually gave me a slackline bite, which is pretty crazy. There we go, that's a nice sized dogfish, that one. Coming in at 63 centimetres, as you guys have seen on the ruler. There we go, let's get this fella back in and carry on the fishing. Right, so the mad 5 minutes continues. As soon as that tide turned, a couple of fish. Nothing on the big baits, it's all been on the stinky old lug. It's been in my freezer for about 3 months. Right, I think it's time to pull the big bait out and have a look, see what's going on that. As I say, everything's been on the small baits at the minute. Let's see what's going on. Right, so here's my big bait. It's been out there for about 25 minutes, munched to complete oblivion. Crazy. Let's get another one out of there. I'm going to put the braided snood line on now. See how we get on with that. Right, just a quick shout out to Alex who made me this box sticker. Absolutely hilarious. Cheers mate, and maybe this one as well. Let's go on the front of my box. They look absolutely great. Cheers buddy. Alex is a regular to the channel, subscriber. So thanks again for sending those through mate, I really appreciate it, cheers. Guess what? Another one bites the dust. Another dogfish, again on the worm on the pop-up rigs. There we go. Crazy. Right, so just starting to get our first bites on the big bait rig. There we go. Some nice bites there. I'll have her a guess of what it is. Yeah, look at that. Awesome. Let's find out. Right guys, we've done it. We've got what we came for. Although we didn't have any crab, we've got one. There we go. Not a massive one, a small one, but a smooth hound nonetheless. Yes! Hopefully one of many more to come. If I can get my hands on some crab, we're in for a good season, hopefully. I'm absolutely loving tonight's session, and this is just the icing on the cake. Awesome. Right, so I'm just going to get this little fella back in now. There we go. Just never pull these guys backwards through the water. I never pull any shark backwards through the water. I can really damage them. There we go, look at them go. Absolutely awesome. Man, this evening's session has been non-stop, absolutely non-stop. Got more bites than any of the last sessions I've had put together. Absolutely fantastic. I haven't had a chance to sit down yet. Too busy trying to rebait rigs and get everything out there. The more bait time out there, the more fish we can hopefully catch. But yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a good session. Got a couple of hours left. Right, so we've had a few dogfish. We've had daddy dogfish. Now we got baby dogfish. Look at that little fella. Crazy, man. Crazy. Fishing's been good tonight. I've really enjoyed tonight. There we go. Right, folks, we've hit which now. We're into the last hour of the session. Man, I hope we can catch more fish. It's been absolutely fantastic this evening compared to the previous sessions. Just goes to show you, keep at it, stick with it, and the fish will definitely be there. And we've just got one on now. Let's take a look, see what we got. Yeah. We're back into a fish, I think, on the right hand side. Just gave a nice knock. Just going to wait and see if it develops. See if we get another indication of a bite. We're looking at the rod tip. Is it going to go again? I think that's all it's going to give us. I'm going to wait and let it develop, and I'll see if there's anything else on there in a minute. Right, so the last two casts are out. On the left hand side we've got the big bait, on the right hand side we've got the worm. Getting bites on the worm again. The worm has been absolutely blinding tonight, and it's, like I say, it's probably the worst quality worm I've ever seen in my life. But it just seems to be doing the trick tonight. Like I say, we haven't caught any monsters or nothing like that, but we've caught a fair few decent fish. And all on this, pretty much all on this skanky worm. I'd love to stay out all night and fish. I'd love to stay out all night and fish till the sunrise, man, but I've got work tomorrow and it's pretty late now and I'm pushing it. Definitely pushing it. Tomorrow's going to be a bit of a long day, I think. Right, and I'll let you know if there's anything else on these last two casts, and I think we're going to wrap it up. Man, what a cool session tonight has been. Definitely needed this session, especially after the last couple of sessions. It was well needed tonight. Right guys, so we're back in it again with another one of these little fellows, another dogfish. There we go. Man, I've lost count of how many dogfish we've had tonight. Absolutely loads of them from this beach. I don't think I've ever seen so many dogfish in all my life. Oops, a bit of a wriggle there, this one. Right, I'm just going to get this guy back in and then we'll wait and see what happens on the big bait. And yeah, hopefully we'll get a fish on the big bait. But man, it's been a good session. Just noticed this dogfish has got absolutely lovely speckles on it. I say to some, a pest fish, as you can see by this evening's session, why some would call it that. But you know, I'm happy to catch them nonetheless. There we go. Really good eating as well. Right then guys, so just rid of my last rig, and there you go. Bait's been taken from there. Obviously fish has missed the hook, which is there. I don't know how it's missed the hook, but yeah, there we go. Right guys, so that is it for this week's session. Huge thank you for joining me. I've actually really enjoyed this session, to be fair. A couple of dogfish, or quite a few dogfish tonight actually. One flounder and a smooth hound as well. I haven't had a smooth hound this year yet, so that's to add to my species hunt for the year. If you do want to take part in the species hunt, don't forget to head over to our Facebook group, UK and Ireland Sea Anglers, where you can post your catch reports and get involved in the chats that go on there as well. If you do want to follow me on Facebook, I am on there at the Eastbourne Fisherman Facebook group. You can send me messages on there if you wish to contact me, and you can also send in your pictures and catches and things like that, and I'll post them up as well. You can find out the kind of things that we do away from YouTube, like helping kids into sea fishing, you know, and supporting them, raising raffles to raise money for the RNLI and so on and so forth. So if you want to follow me on social media, UK and Ireland Sea Anglers is our Facebook group. and my personal page, which is the Eastbourne Fisherman official Facebook page. Come and follow me if you haven't already done so. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought of this video, and I'll see you next week on the next adventure. Cheers.